Okay, I got a new shipment with trains. One of the boxes contains locomotives and other just spare parts. Let's do some unboxing. It's quite difficult with one hand, but I'll try to open the box. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite tricky to do with one hand, but I almost managed to do this. Okay, I think it's done. Yeah, this box is with locomotives. There should be some American locomotives. I want Athearn bluebox locomotives, so it's first time I ever see Athearn bluebox, so it might be quite interesting. There should be 3 locomotives and some maybe other stuff. So first box. Okay, we have here Union Pacific switcher. I don't exactly I'm not sure what model it is, but I need to Google it. Seems there are even some spare parts, and I suppose here are handrails, and here is locomotive. Yep, it looks complete. It's motorized. Engine is inside, and it looks undamaged. So I'm going to test it later. Now it's time to move on to the next box. And the next box is also a Athearn blue box locomotive. Yeah, by the way, yeah, we can hear the model is written here. So there should be GP38-2. Yeah, here it is. Also, the locomotive looks complete. By the way, it's quite heavy. I assume there are spare parts like handrails and other stuff. And here locomotive itself. There are some manual. And here it is. No couplings, but I suppose couplings are hidden inside this pocket. And it's also seems motorized. I'm going to test it later. Now let's move on to the next locomotive. I'll put it here. Next one is also a thermal box locomotive. It should be GP40 locomotive by Athearn and GC Systems. Here it is. Also, everything looks complete. Yep. Here is locomotive. Yeah, I can see motor, and it seems motorized. Also packed with spare parts and couplings and manual. So more or less everything seems complete. What else do I have here? Okay, it's just a freight wagon made by Rocco. And also another postal wagon made by Rocco. Now let's move on to the next box. I opened this box off camera, but it should be way less exciting. By the way, box is quite severely damaged, but I don't worry because They should be just spare parts. Here it is. And here it is. Nicely packed. Is anything else inside? Nope. Wait. Yep. More spare parts. It's pantographs. Another pack with pantographs. And probably there should be more, but I'm not sure. Yep. And one more pack with pantographs. There should be engine parts. If you don't mind, I'll unpack these boxes also off camera. Okay, I've unpacked the boxes, so let's take a look what's inside. I see a lot of foam, and there are engines. Probably it's not that exciting for you. Some engine, maybe, I suppose it's Fleischmann engine. Bogie made by Fleischmann as well. Some old motor. Another old motor. Another engine. Probably also made by Fleischmann. Kind of rough shape. It's also part of engine. Wow. I guess it's a roller coaster body, and maybe it's compatible with Z-scale tracks. What else? Okay, some screws and unknown stuff. Another motorized bogie, I suppose also Fleischmann. By the way, it's quite heavy. And two more motors. Armature, I suppose this should come together. What else do we have here? Some small motor. I have no idea what is it. Okay, one more motor. Maybe it's still alive, but I'm not sure. And one more motor. And yet one other motor. One more bogie. Definitely by Fleischmann. Yet another motor. And another contraption. What else do we have here? I suppose that's it. Time to move on to the next box. Oh, it's quite heavy. Okay, more motors. Ooh, motor. I guess it's motor as well. Okay, I now have plenty of motors. Oh, that's a contraption. I have plenty of motors. They might be useful for my future projects. But first I need to test if, I suppose not all of them are in working order. But I kind of appreciate that there are all types of motors and shapes, so it would be really useful for different purposes. Okay, flywheel. I actually was looking for a weight from one of my locos, so definitely would be useful. Yet another motor, looks like Rocco or something. I have no idea what is it. Another motor. And yet another motor. Still need to Google what is it. Some small motor, 5 pole if I'm not mistaken. Another one. And yet another one. Flowers. Rock service. Yeah, there are definitely some Rocco motors. Yeah, this one is made by Rocco because it has this funny spring which was used instead of drive shaft in some of locomotives. Quite tiny motor. Yet another metallic thingy. I have no idea what is it. I guess it's fence or something like that. Another flywheel. And I guess, okay. And this plastic thingy, I suppose it's also attached to motor. I guess that's it. Okay, now let's conduct some testing. Let's start with Union Pacific switcher. I've never tested Athearn locos, at least Athearn bluebox locos. I heard they are extremely reliable, but I don't have any experience working with them, so let's give it some power. Okay, I heard something. It moves. Yeah, just 50% and it's already moving. Let's go in other direction. Okay, 50%, 75. Yeah, it's fast and it's working. Let's check headlight. Yeah, headlight is also working. So, nice one. Next one is going to be GP38 of C6 transport company. If I'm not mistaken, chassis system and C6 they are exactly same companies actually, but I'm not that good in American transportation history. Okay, I need to put it on track. Okay, seems everything is good. Now let's give it some power. 50%. Okay, good. Good. 75% and it moves. It's a bit more rough, but it's still working. Let's give it 100%. Let's move it to other direction. Okay. Now it starts at 50%. Yeah. No directional lighting, but I suppose it's okay for a model of that age. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, if you see white rubber thingy holding engine, it means it's engine from 70s. Okay, let's take chassis system. It feels a bit more heavier, actually. Okay, let's test it as well. I initially thought that chassis system is just someone made up this company just for toys. But I was kind of surprised to find out that actually Chesapeake and Ohio was rebranded as chassis system, and even in real life, locomotives were looking like toys. By the way, I googled, and it's actually Kitty drawn in here. I think owner of this company had a Kitty named Chessie, so he rebranded Chesapeake and Ohio company into chassis system after his cat. Okay, this locomotive is also working fine. It's more smooth than C6 loco, and also lighting is working. Let's test it in other direction. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm kinda impressed with these locomotives. They're great. Yeah. I think that's it for today. And thank you for watching. And my last question, maybe you should tell me which format is better, with subtitles or with my voice. I'm not that great in making voiceovers, but it's up to you to decide which format to keep. So, you may answer in comments, and see you next time.